Welcome everyone. This is Market Formula and this is Expert Q&A. So I take your questions and give you technical analysis support for the stocks you are holding. Either you are holding it for a long time or you are holding it for trading purpose. This is where I guide you by providing you entry and exit uh, for you to maximize your return. So last week, or we are still in that week, this week the market closed bullish. However, we had a pin bar, and I will explain the what that pin bar actually means on the weekly. Yes, pin bar is known to be a rejection. Let me clear this. All right, I like seeing my chart like this for the first time. So pin bar is a rejection. If you know the history of candlestick, every time traders sees this, what they do is that they will say the night has come. That's why they call it shooting star. They call it shooting star. So when you see it under here, when the trend is down and you see a pin bar, we call it hammer, or I think some people call it morning star or something. Yes, morning star. That means it's now morning. Okay. When the market is going up and you see that same pin bar, you say, oh, this is shooting star. That means the night has come. That's what it means in the trading world. So they are telling us that yes, the night has come. So whatever that is going up will still come down. But remember, following my analysis, I work majorly from the monthly. So anything that happens on the weekly, I still need to align it with what the monthly is saying. So look at the candle on the monthly. So I will rather ignore that until the month closes and become a shooting star, then I will pay attention to it. Assuming it was a monthly that formed a shooting star, I will pay attention to it. But weekly, so next week now, the market can start going back up and you feel this candle again. And what do we see? That pin bar, we now have something like this. After this pin bar, after the pin bar, what you will now see is that you now see another candle beside it. And this candle actually needs a confirmation because it's not a bearish candle. I need a bearish candle. Assuming it's a bearish candle that formed, then it has confirmed itself. That's the way they read it. It has confirmed itself. But if it's a pin bar or shooting star that is a green candle, you need one more candle to confirm it. So I hope you get what is happening there. So let's now go back and analyze it. So this week, what I'm waiting for, the candle that will confirm it must close like this, must close below here. That's the candle that will confirm it on the weekly. But I don't pay attention too much to the weekly. So I want the month to close. But this is just like a leading indicator. It's telling me ahead that this is a warning. Just pay attention. So what this candle is telling us is that pay attention. This week is Ileya. So maybe people want to sell and go and enjoy themselves after making so much money. Why are you making money for if you cannot enjoy it? So I think that is what is responsible. Other things might be responsible anyway, but let's just leave that to the fundamental analysis. So if by next week I see another bullish candle like this, it means that it's going to expose this high. As soon as we see a break of this high again, it's a breakout. Because at that level, this swing point will jump on the new candle and we start going back up. So if you see a candle close below here, then what it's telling us is that we now go to the monthly and go and look at the low, because on the monthly, this is the opening of this month of March. But remember, this candle is my most important bullish candle. So all that is happening now is happening above the most important bullish candle. If this month, this thing come back inside here now, is a buy opportunity. But let's say the month of March now closes like this, then we will now mark this as my most important bullish candle, and we'll be waiting for a close below here, for a valley swing here. And as soon as we have a valley swing here, as trader, what you will do is you now go and look for the next support, because most likely it's going to be here. This is in fact, this is not, it's not very clear, but it's a bullish continuation. So you can mark this level. So if market is going to sell off, is going to sell off with the ratio of this. It can sell off and sell to the midpoint and bounce back or anything. We don't predict it, we just react to it. I'm already preparing that, okay, this is what we should expect, and so on. Then if you look at it on the 3 months, you see that this 3 months candle is not even looking back. This is a decisive move. It's not like this small candle. This is small candle, this is small candle, this is small candle. I can say maybe I'm not too sure inside all this candle, but this candle he knows what he wants to do. This candle is going up. So if the month of March closes and this candle remains like this, next 3 months we are still going up. That's how I analyze it. All right, let's go and check. Let me see your questions. Okay. All right. So let me start from new message. Okay, deep cap, everything. Let's start from deep cap. Okay. So what is happening on deep cap? Let me go back to the monthly. Okay, so you see what is happening on the monthly. Let's look at it. You are still targeting somewhere around here. If you are going to enter, I said just look for discount inside this most important bullish candle. So for you to buy, you will be looking at that. Pay attention to what happened here. This candle here, you see that volume was high on it. So it shows that there's distribution here. That's why volume was high on this candle. But look at this one too. Volume was high in this candle. So if you have your volume profile on anything, you can use all those other confirmation tools. Let me look at the pivot point. You see? So anytime market have already surpassed expectation, see the expectation. The expectation is just from here to here. Market now move from here to here. It has moved too far. It's like I invested, and in my analysis I was expecting that, okay, maybe this trade in the next 3 months it will give me 30%. In the next 3 months, 30% for instance, and you now enter the trade and suddenly in 1 week or 2 weeks you saw 100%. What do you think people will do? And we are talking of people that are investing big money, not 100,000. You have like 100 million, and in 3 weeks it became 200 million. You would think that people will still hold it, so they will sell it. That's why we are seeing this. This market has already outperformed or surpassed market expectation. This stock, that's why it's correcting. So whatever caused this move is still in this market because it has not been taken out. But market might take some time before it will. This money that left here now is going into other stock. That's money flow. As it's living here, they've made the money here. They will go and put it in on another stock that you still return. So money will continue to move like that and like that. So if you are looking for entry, targets around 5 naira 60 below it. If you can get it like that, then buy some, wait for the month to close, analyze it again. Are you still going to buy, and so on and so forth? That's how you are going to approach this deep capital. Harvesting. Oh, why is it? I can't see it. All right, I've seen it. So for Carbatin, all right. So Carbatin, interesting thing. I think we've already analyzed it before also. Yes, we've analyzed this before. So that analysis still stands. So what you are looking for, you are trying to buy as low as possible, close to this place. But this last week, I think it came down. Yes, it came down low. Were you able to buy it? Because this stock that I'm looking at, I think we analyzed this last week. Were you able to buy it? Did you buy this stock, or you are still looking at it? Hello? Okay, no problem. So what I will just advise is still within that buy zone. Anything inside here, below this 6 naira 30 or thereabout, anything around there, just buy it. That is your entry. So the pivot that I'm using now, I just put, this is the 3 months pivot. This quarterly pivot now. You can change this. Pivot is just it's just levels that you want to watch. So it now depends on how long you want to stay in the market that will determine the pivot that you want to use. And it now also depend on how market is performing. If it's performing beyond expectation of 3 months, you can now take it to 1 year. Okay, and just this thing is two. You use them. It's not like is one way or one what can I call it now? Or is one size fits all. It's not. So it depends on the way the market is that will determine how you will approach it. And this stock is still around your entry if you are still interested. Around this place, very okay for you to buy. Although this should have been your best entry, because this is where the the last swing here, when it was going down, this is the bearish most important candle. Should have bought it from here, but now it's now coming again to be as close as possible to this place. But the way market is, you might say you want to wait here, you might turn from here and go back up. Nobody knows that one. So you now need to strategize on how you are going to approach it by buying in batches. Just buy some and see reaction, then you can now buy more. That's how I will approach that. Jay's Bank. Okay, Jay's Bank. Wow. It touched the entry. I don't know if you got that entry there. That entry is the 50% of this body. Let me mark that body again. Okay, that is your entry here. Around 9 naira 90, just around 10 naira, thereabout. So if you have bought some at that level, you just hold and wait until the monthly close above here again. When the monthly close above here, it will expose here. So that is how you do it. So from here now, let's say you want to take partial profit. You can take partial profit at 12 naira 70. If you had already bought here, let me measure. That's around 25%, or let's say 20% or thereabout. So you can still do with that, and you have reduced your risk, and you are also taking partial profit. Okay, that is for Jay's Bank. Nothing is really happening. It's still around entry. So if you have bought, fine, you just hold. But if you have not bought, still find your entry. It's still within entry. So we wait for the market to prove us right or wrong. International Brewery. I didn't even check this. Okay, so International Brewery is still hanging there. That's not decided. Nothing is fantastic. It's not. There is no, what's it called now? No news. Nothing that is, we make traders or investors to look in the way. So the way it is now is at good price. Is good entry. Is a good setup. But market is not looking the direction now because there's really nothing to look out. But as a trader, you position and wait. You just position and wait. By the time so they are able to bring out maybe a fantastic result now, this stock will now fly up. That is when people will now chase it and they will help you push it up. So it's still within entry. Just hold it. You already know when this trade will be wrong when we see a close below here. When that doesn't happen, anything that is happening here is still accumulation. Just be buying it, and that's how you approach International Brewery for that. Access is facing resistance, and that resistance, in fact, I even wanted to sell at that resistance, but no problem, still holding anyway. So if I can sell Access at this place, I will. I need money to invest in other opportunities that I'm seeing. So what is happening here is that we are waiting for the monthly to close above here. When that happens, then it will expose other high. You see all this resistance. So if I can sell some at maybe 30 naira or thereabout, if the month is able to close above here, fine. Then it will now break out. But we need the force. In fact, I need the month of March. If it can close above here, it will give me more confidence. If it doesn't close above there, it's still a good trade, but it's now getting weak. Then we need to wait for another 1 month just for the monthly candle to close above here. Until that happens, fine, it's not a breakout. So what you will now do, let's say this stock is coming back down again. If you have bought, you can buy more, or you what's it called, or you have not bought before, you are looking for entry. So that your entry will be around this 23 naira, 22 naira, 75 kobo or thereabout. So that is what you will do in this case. There's really nothing happening for now in this stock. UPDC, interesting one. UPDC. Okay, so UPDC, what is happening? Okay, let me even remove this one so that it will not be stopping us. So UPDC is still within buy entry. This is a buy entry. If you look at it on the 3 months, what is happening? This is still my most important bullish candle for the 3 months. What is pushing this thing back is this week, because sellers pressure was so much, but we still have strong body. This body is still pushing it up. So whatever is happening here, he wants to just consolidate and find support and bounce back up. So I've already established that on the 3 months. So on the monthly now, you see that this monthly, this is my last candle, and this candle here, this one, it has closed below this candle. So what it has done is, one, it has made this level a value swing, and this candle is now my sell signal. I need a bullish candle that will close above it, above that 610. When we see a close above 610 like this, then we know that it's ready. It has taken out the sellers. By the time it closes like this, then it's a bullish continuation of this, and it will expose this. So that is how you will just ride it. You don't predict, just react. I've already seen what is happening. Then I'll just keep my cool. Wait till the end of the month. Anything that happens, let's say it went up, it did not go up, it closed like this, I'll still come back next upper month, come and see what will happen. So that is how you will do it. Just give the market time, because time is what will prove you wrong, right or wrong at the end of the day. Charms. I've not seen that charms in a long while. Okay, so what is happening to charms? Charms is actually at a buy zone. So whatever is happening, this level is still being defended. I hope you can see it. So that entry is still being defended. Anything that makes it come lower like this, they will be buying it back until the month will close. When the month closes, then I expect that next month we now come and analyze it again until it closes above here, 5 naira. We need a monthly close above 5 naira. One. Then we need a monthly close below here. That's 3 naira 88 kobo to make this level a value swing. So that's what you just watch out for. And I've already put this trend line again. Although I don't usually use it for this class. But if you are going to do it on your own, you can do many confluence. You can do many confluence. But if I continue to use many confluence, it may confuse us. That's why I'm not using too many confluence. So like this, you already know that these are higher highs. So this is the lows that created those high. Just draw the trend line. Make sure that it touch all the lows that form before this high. And that is it. So even if it breaks here, you see that this trend line is still continue to hold it. Just wait for the market to prove you right or wrong. So you still need time here. And if anyone still wants to buy this stock now, it's still within our entry. We can get it anything lower than 3 naira 88 is fine, just to be on the safe side. UBA, I think UBA is breaking out. Okay, so UBA is also struggling. Thank God. This is interesting because something has happened. What do you notice? Last week, this was not there. I think it was not there. Let me check. Yes, it was not there. So what happened now? It was here before last week, but it was there last week. This week now, see what happened. This is a breakout. That means it is a higher high. It's higher than this. So what you do now, we need to now pay attention. You see that it's a resistance, but it has now formed higher high. You now need to now analyze it. That okay, after here, the most important bullish candle that me I can see was here. So if this stock is going to climb, I don't want it to close below here. If it should close below here, it wants to come and expose this low. So if it's going to climb this week or next week or any other time, I want to see another bullish candle that will rise like this with the body. If that happens, then most likely it's a breakout. And if you want to use volume to confirm also, you just see when this candle form, is there increase in volume? If there's increase in volume, double confirmation. Then you can look for your pivot again and see what is happening. You see that is a support on the quarterly, the support, which is that means you if you have wanted to buy maybe 45 naira or thereabout, you should have bought. See, it was R1 for the quarterly pivot. You know, at the end of this month, this pivot will expire. Another one will form. So you can go to the yearly also and look for confluence. You are just looking for confluence just to make sure that you have an hedge in the market. So for UBA, is a hold. For me, they hold. Just wait and see. It might be this next week that we confirm it. You will just see that it will close above here. Then, if volume rises with it, then it gives me more confidence. But if volume is not rising, that means there's no support. Price is rising without volume support. So it might not have momentum at that moment. That's how you would have interpreted what the market is doing at that level. Mutual benefit. Okay, mutual benefit. Let me take you to the monthly. Mutual benefit is also sitting at interesting level. From the monthly, you are buying. So this is my entry here. If you have taken it around that 4 naira 30 kobo, that's a good entry. And what is happening? If you want to analyze it on the weekly, look at this candle now. You notice that when this candle broke out, what did you notice with volume? You see that volume also grew. So it's a sign that this level might be a breakout. It's a sign. That's another confirmation that you can know that, oh, this breakout is a valid breakout. Because when it broke out, volume also rise with it. So whatever is happening now is actually accumulation, accumulation, accumulation. So let me see it on the monthly. So you now need to wait for the monthly to close. By the time the monthly close, if there is no close below here, good. That's is a good one. Then wait for another month. If by the time you see this, it will expose back this high, then you can ride it on that higher high level. So that is what will happen as time goes on. So let's see another one. Japo Gold. I saw a video today that someone was analyzing Japo Gold, was saying the gold this thing has increased and all that. Fundamental people. So you can also use that as an hedge. All you will also all do is anytime I listen to all those things, what I do is this: I will now come to the chart and say, okay, is this still a valid entry based on this? But he's only informing me that okay, I should pay attention to it. He's not going to tell me whether to buy or sell. It's me that will now decide by looking at what I'm used to, what has worked for me in the past. That okay, based on this, yes, I can now analyze the market and then buy the stock. So for me, in fact, this candle here is even too small. We are already in the third week. We are going into the fourth week, right? Yeah. And all the sellers were able to do is just to take is less than uh maybe less than 25% of this body. So that means they are weak. The sellers are weak. So if you want to come in, fine, you can find your entry. You already know how to do it by looking at discount zone and all that. You see discount zone, you see far. So maybe you just want to buy some and thereabout. So that breakout might likely work because we already have this breakout happening on high volume. So that's how you can also use volume to confirm that breakout. All right. I think this is clear. Which other one do I have here? This is Japan Gold. John Holt. Oh, this is good. This is good. It's a hold. If you have it, you have a good stock there. It's closing on high, and see where the volume is highest. But this volume did not pick up anyway. But we are technical traders. Just pay attention. You already know that, okay, I want the volume to also rise with it as it's breaking out. Let me see what happened yesterday. You see that the volume is low. Average volume 630. Then current volume is slightly higher than the 30 days average. Slightly higher. But if you can still push up. So you just be paying attention. Is the volume drying up? By the time volume start drying up, then you know that, oh, this thing is losing steam. That's how you will approach it. So for John Holt, if you have it, it's a hold. But for you to go and buy here now, I think the risk is now getting higher. Should have bought when John Holt was inside here. This is where I would have analyzed and entered John Holt. Let me show you when this body was here. So I would have used this as my discount zone and buy as soon as this month closes and above here. You see that this is my most important bullish candle on the monthly and breakout, then this will become the new most important bullish candle. And at that level, what you do is you just continue to climb as far as the market is supplying the strength to keep pushing up. All right, so which other one? Darcom. Okay, Darcom is giving you a discount for entry. Find that entry. This is the discount zone. 1 naira 79. So the lower it comes, the better for you. The lower it comes, the better for you. This is entry, and nothing has really happened since the time we left. I think we analyzed this also last week. So that analysis is still valid. Which other one? Okay, that's fine. Dangote Sugar. Okay, Dangote Sugar, little by little, you see that it's going back up despite their bad results. So if you have bought around here when I gave out that call, maybe by now you should have been in some profits. At least by now you should not panic again. Wait until the month will close. When the month closes, then we decide on what to do. So you see what happened. He tapped in here, they bought it back. The next day, week was a spinning top. Now rejection of the low. Let me delete it so that we can see what is happening. You see, it was a rejection of the low. We see weak under. So weak here, weak here. Wants to push it back up. But mind you, in fact, there's no swing here. I'm not seeing any swing there. Let me see it on the monthly. No swing yet, but there's a swing here. So whatever is happening here, I need you to force and break here. So by the time it breaks here, this becomes invalid again. So I'm not looking at it again. If I'm going to look at it, I will look at it as a support. Any resistance that is broken becomes support in the future. So as it's going up, by the time it's coming back, we make it support. I believe you understand the psychology behind support and resistance by now. All right. We have livestock feed. I think livestock feed made some money this week. Yes, because I know I bought the stock, and when I logged in, when was that? I just saw that this stock is already picking up. So as it is now, it's a hold. Just hold it. Let's wait for this level. This is the key zone that we are waiting for. If you want to sell part there, fine. But if you want to hold it, now depends on your exit strategy. By now, you should have a exit strategy. Don't wait, because most people, the thing is, we don't balance between greed and fear. If when you are buying, you should have set your target, your expectation. So when market is meeting your expectation, you can take, even if you don't want to take everything, follow that route, just take part and secure yourself. In fact, the beauty is setting those rules and following it. Until you are able to set it and follow it, you have not started trading. Don't say because now the market is now giving you so much money, you now forget those rules. You want it to double up. You want it to double up. At that time, you are no longer trading. You are only being greedy. So have a balance between your greed and your fear. So this stock, the way I'm looking at it, next week we still go up. Next week we still go up. You can see it's a breakout of this place. So it's still going up. If next week again this thing jump here again, we still hold it for another 1 week. We still hold it. Can now start taking partial profit as it's going until the monthly closes above here. When it happens, then 10 naira 80 is now likely. It's now the next resistance we want to battle with. Let's see whether market will be able to break it, and so on and so forth. I hope that is also clear. Lives of field. TIP. Okay, so TIP is also going back up. After this rejection, it wants to go and test that level. So when this month close, this will be a bullish continuation. Then we want it to break this high. We want it to break it. So by the time it's able to break it, fine. Then we continue riding up. So nothing has really happened since the last time we left. There's no point we analyzing again. Aradel. So interesting thing happened in Aradel. Aradel sold. Uh, yes. So this is what happened in Aradel. So remember, we are waiting for the month to close. So whatever is happening now, I'm not even looking at it, except you are looking for fresh entry. If you are looking for fresh entry, then fine. As it's coming like this, if you can get it at around 1,000, maybe 100, this level, yeah, inside there, just target and buy more, or maybe anything you want to do, but there's no sell. Already is a breakout. This thing has already taken it out here. So we want to wait for it to close. By the time it close and become a doji like this, we still need 1 month again. If another month goes up again, we still need another month. So just continue to follow it like that. So for Aradel, it's still a hold for me. Entering newly, me, I would have loved to enter around here. But it now depends on you and your staying period. Because if you buy here, then the risk is so high. Meaning, what if it start coming down again? You start feeling bad because you are losing money, and it can still go back up because this is the last candle that will support this move as it's going up. So that is Aradel. Boa Cement, Boa Food. Okay, Boa Cement is still a hold till end of the month. You are riding, I know, so nothing is happening so special. Okay, you see another breakout. So next week again, you still hold it, except it has reached your own target. I don't know your target. Let's say you even bought it here. Let's say you bought it here. So by now you should have made like 50%. It's now up to you. In a month, you have made 50%. So me, I don't know how to advise people to take profit. It depends on what you are expecting. Anyway, so do your due diligence on that. You have a good stock there, and that was a good trade. Boa Food, 50% in one month. That's a lot. That's a lot. Imagine you have like maybe, let's even say like 10 million. That's like 5 million extra in just 1 month. Ah, Boa Food. Okay, Boa Food is still silent there. Nothing is really happening. It's not a bad trade. This is my most important bullish candle. And your entry, if you are looking for entry to be safe, you want maybe like 50% discount. That's 743 naira. So it now depends on what you want to do. If you are holding it, is a hold. If you are looking for fresh entry, target around that level. And let's wait for time to prove us either right or wrong. CAP. Oh my God, I like this. I like this. See, it dipped into the discount zone, and what happened? Went back up. So if you have followed the strategy, you'd have bought when it came around here. So don't panic. Just set your strategy. I've already given the framework. Just follow it and let time prove you right or wrong. It's not as if it's 100%, but the ones that will be right will cover for the ones that will be wrong. That is trading for you. You will have few that will be wrong. You will suffer some little loss from there. But the ones that will be right will be more and cover for the loss you make when you were wrong. That is just it. It's just a statistical edge, and that is all. You are not. It's not going to be 100%. It's not going to be 100%. So when market is moving, don't panic. Let them panic and sell. You already have a strategy, so use it. I would have entered here if I was trading this stock. I would have entered it, and by now you should be up like up percentage. Let's even say you entered at the midpoint. So by now you are up like 10%. So already the fear will not be, you don't have the fear again. So what you are now waiting for is a close below above here. So by the time it closes above here, you know it's going to expose here. So you just continue to follow it as it's going like that. Which other one? CAP, Dangote Cement. Let me see if I can take that. Okay, Dangote Cement is just hanging there with a small indecision. He doesn't know what to do. If the market closes like this, we call this a doji. Doji is market is just gets silent. What should I do? But if you pay attention to what is happening in volume, you see that volume is rising at that level. See volume and see it's just hanging there on high volume. So hold your stock, hold your stock firm. And if you want to enter on that breakout, because there's a huge volume, you can enter. Is also a good entry because we can see volume at this level. So most of the time when you see volume, it means that some people bought, which they will defend it. If big players are buying it, then they will defend that price they are buying from because they will continue to buy more at that level. All right. Okay. I think we are good with that. Which other one do we have now? Where am I now? Okay, I've seen it. Sorry. So Dangote Cement, right? Yes. We've checked Jay's Bank, MTN, MTN. Aha, I like this. So this is what we call liquidity sweep. That is what is about to happen there. Liquidity sweep. So what market did was went higher and it's now coming down lower. So just get ready to buy MTN if you can get it around the discount zone 660 something. I don't know if it will get there. Just plan your entry around that price. Let it come to your zone. That's what we say. We let price come to our zone. We don't chase. And this is what I would say concerning MTN. Allow the month to even close. If the month closes like this, most likely you might want to push back into this low, this candle. So by the time it's entering this candle, you use it to buy and wait for the month to close and continue to do the same thing we are talking of. So as it is now, it wants to come inside here. So allow it to do what it wants to do. But plan your entry. 670, 600 and this. Below it, fine. But around it, you can start entering. NACO. So NACO is still a hold. Is a hold until the month closes. So there's nothing happening that is so different from what we saw the last time. So let's wait for the month to close, then we'll come and analyze it. If the month closes like this, it means that it's a bullish continuation of this, but this body is still very small and is still close to this resistance. We want it to clear this resistance. We want the candle to break it. So by the time it breaks it, then we come and analyze it again. That's now Okomo. So Okomo is just silent. Nothing is happening. This is most important bullish candle, and we are not seeing anything happening. If you want to buy, look for discount zone, then we'll buy. As it is now, this is like 3 weeks into the month, but it's not yet having any, what's it called, no attraction. Nothing is attracting traders to it. Presco. So for Presco is sitting at around that entry. This is like the best entry that you can get. So if you can buy it around 1,700 or thereabout, just buy it and allow the month to close. By the time the month closes, you now come and analyze it again. If it doesn't close below here, then you hold it for another 1 month. If it goes back up, then you have a good entry until we now see a close above here. That's a bullish continuation. See what happened. Let me just show you this. Why I don't allow I like buying too close here. See what was happening. This is Presco, right? Let me show you Okomu. Imagine you also bought Okomu here, and it's now here, because that was what happened, or that's what happened to this Presco. Imagine you bought it here, and suddenly just jump here. You'd have lost. You'll be losing like, okay, maybe like close to 5% or so. No, 30%. Imagine from here, you just come here. That's what happened to Presco. So whatever is happening there is actually now sitting at your entry zone. So do your due diligence and start entering that stock. WAPCO. Okay, WAPCO is a breakout, so you continue to hold it. WAPCO is a breakout, so hold it. Let's see what happens. This is still your most important bullish candle, because this candle here is the current candle. This is the current candle. All right, so you can hold it as it is. Okay, we have MTN. I've checked MTN. Paradel, Dangote, Sugar. I've checked it. UCAP. Let me check. Did I check UCAP? Okay, I did not check UCAP. So for now, UCAP is still in the zone. But the challenge I'm having with it now is this. The lower, the closer you get it here, the better. If you look at it on the 3 months, let me clear it. If you look at it on the 3 months, this candle here is the most important bullish candle. But since then, the market is not been able to close above it. So we need the 3 month candle that will close above here. All right. But this candle now is still a sell candle because it's the one that closed below here. This is a value swing. This is a value swing. So what is happening here now is that market is struggling inside here. Is you buy it, you as it is now, you can buy it, but it's like, if I want to rate it, this trade will be like maybe 60-40, maybe 60-40. When it becomes clearer is when we see a close above here. 9 naira, 19 naira, what is that? You see that it's struggling. 19 naira 70. That's the level it's struggling with. But by the time it's closing above there, it might be too late. So you just buy some and wait, and we continue to observe it until it closes above there. When it closes above there, then it gives us more confidence that this thing is going up. As it is now, it is still weak. It has not shown us what exactly it wants to do. So for UCAP, it's still weak. The signal is not clear. Transcorp. Okay, so Transcorp also facing accumulation. All these ones now is accumulation. The lower you can get it to this 38 naira 75, the better. But as soon as it's entering this zone here, what's that price? So that price zone is 43 and 39. So this zone now, we can get it at that level, fine. You can buy the stock. You can see. So that is it. If it comes in here, you buy it. Comes in until we see a close above here. So all that is happening here, you see that it's so choppy. It's just struggling around this range. We are waiting for the time it will break out. So when it breaks out, that's when it will expose here. So whatever you are doing, you are just buying and keeping until market forces will come and play that trade out. Livestock feed, I've seen it. Royal Exchange. Okay, your Royal Exchange is still sitting at good zone. You see, it has not closed below here. So this is more likely because it has not closed below here. So what you are doing, you are buying, you just buy and keep. Just buy and keep. And wait until we see a bullish candle that will close above here. At that level, this will be a more likely trade. Let's measure risk reward. This game we must be ready for the risk. So if it plays out, that's like 80% sitting for you. If it plays out, so why not take the risk? And you are risking like 30%. So that's a good trade call. But the signal is not clear yet. But it's better because it's still sitting at support. It has not broken the support. It will break the support when we see a close below here. So this level now is the support that is holding it. Let's see how far the buyers can defend that level. When they are able to defend it, then we are good to go. You have a good entry there. Wando. So for Wando is still a valid trade on the weekly, but not yet on the monthly. So on the weekly, you can see it. That already on the weekly, it has already made this place a swing on the weekly. This candle is now the one that I'm waiting for. We are waiting for another bullish candle that will close above this bullish candle. When that happens, it's going to expose this level of 69 or thereabout. So that's what we are looking for. We have 2 weeks of bearish price action now. So let's see what will happen next week. If next week can go back up, then we have more confidence. If next week still comes down, by the end of next week, I think, do we still have trading days upper week? Okay, we only have Monday and Tuesday. So whatever happens next week might be the what's it called now, might be what we determine what we will do here. So if next week, if the buyers are able to defend this place of 42 naira thereabout, then by the time the monthly is closing and the monthly is able to close above this level, that level will be that level will be what level is that? That's 44 naira 85 or thereabout. If it's going to happen like that, then we have high chances that he wants to go back up. It's still high chances, but the rejection in this candle, we still need to pay attention to it, because this seller's rejection by the time the month closes, I don't want to what's it called, assume it. So we need to wait for the month to actually close before we do this. So if it closes like this, then the seller's pressure here is much. See, they sold it from here to here. The buyers were pushing it from here to here. So what it means is I can still dip inside here again, then to see whether it's going to find support. If it's able to find support, then and it goes back up, then higher chances that it wants to expose back here. Then when it gets here, we come and analyze it again. Is it going to break it? Is it going to close below it? If it close below it, it might expose the low again. So we just prepare for that as it's going. Just prepare for that. QTix, TIP, I've seen TIP. QTix is still good trade. It's sitting around that zone of uh, entry. So if you have bought QTix when it was tapping inside here, that's a good stop you have there. So we need to wait for the month to close. When the month close, it will give us clear direction where it's going. By the time we see a bullish close above here. So nothing has really changed since the last time we left for QTix. Nothing has really changed. TIP I've checked before. Wema Bank, VFD. Okay, Wema. Okay, Wema Bank is at the mountain. At the mountain. And it has not broken this high. It just broke out of here. So it's still very close to the last breakout. So for me, although if I have wanted to trade this stock, I prefer entering when it was here. Then come and sell here. But now that it has broken this level, it's still around that level. So if you want to buy now, let's say to be safe, if it can come down to maybe like 23 or thereabout around the entry of this, I would prefer that. I prefer that. Already it's showing that the price action there is weak. We have traded for 3 weeks now, and it still has not broken out. It's just hanging there. Price action is weak. By now, it should have maybe even cleared this high. Then shows and tells me that yes, there's still momentum in this market. But by the time it's closing like this, it's most likely it's losing that momentum. It might want to pull back into this zone or this zone again. Because this is actually the last candle. But I'm supposed to be using this. Yes. Because this is the last candle that caused this. So we are looking at these two. So in fact, I think I've even put this thing there before. So we've analyzed it before. For me to say you need to wait for it to jump and come into that zone. That's a safe place. Doesn't mean you cannot buy here. But when you buy here, what happens if it's now going against you? So that is for Wema Bank. So VFD. Okay, VFD is good. Still there. Why I always recommend taking partial profit. When it was going like this inside this one, is this monthly? Yes, monthly. When it swing here, when it was going like this, see how it moved from here. Let's measure. That's giving you like what? This like 25% or 20, around 30%. Imagine you've already booked like 30%. and it's now coming back. What is telling you that is now is you now analyze again, because this is another entry. This is another entry. Then you now buy again, you buy more. And he even tested my head opening here. The opening here, because I've already marked here. Did he test it this week or last week? Okay, it was last week. So this stock now is sitting at your entry. You can still buy here. When you buy here, although there's no volume support, if you check, the last time we have volume was here. So whatever is happening, this candle range actually have high volume. That's what it means. Between this price, this high 11 naira 55, and this low 10 naira 50, between this high and low has so much volume. You might not know the exact price, but this range is the price. If you want to use the price, you know the price, you can go to 1 hour like I explained in this video. Then you now see that that price is actually sitting here. You see that it's there. So that's how you can refine it and know where exactly is that major volume sitting. What price is that major volume sitting? So that would be how you would have approached it for your for VFD. So VFD is still around entry. So buy that stock and hold it. Wait for 1 month, come and analyze again, and that's how we will ride it. UP rates. Okay, so what is happening here? That this stock is just coming to come and sit. There's a lot of distribution here. Then the last time here. So let me take it to the monthly and see what is happening. So on the monthly, this stock is already sitting inside your entry price. So if you have it, hold it. If you want to buy, it's sitting on your entry price. What we want is we want a close above here for continuation, and a close below here tells us that this is a value swing. So you just react as price unfold. You are not to predict what the market will do in the future. Okay, I think that is all. That is all that I have here. So let me just quickly go to market activity. I'm not sure this is what I want to look at. Market activity for the week. So market activity for the week, let's go to the dashboard. I will still post this watch list. Just look at it as watch list. It's just for research purpose. It's not a trade call. Oh. All right. So I'm just using it to track what is happening in the market for the week. So for the week, these are the volume. See, Access, Charms, FCMB, Fidelity, Force Holding, Sovereign Trust, WAPIC, Zenith, and so see. So these are the volume driver for the week. These are the breakout rates. Then we go here. These are value. These ones, they have huge value traded for the week. And this is my watch list. Those two is just watch list. This one is like the buy signal. I saying buy signal. It's not like it's always buy signal. What you do is when it's in that appears here, I'll go and check on the chart and see, is it at my support? Is it at the range I want to buy from, and so on. This is just like a filter. I want to know which stock is worth considering for the week. And you see that finance is dominating. So for finance to be dominating, I know that something is happening in that sector. So let's go to advancer and decliner. This is also very good because we have 48 advancers and 43 decliner. What it means is more stocks gain than the ones that lost. So I've added this. Why I added this? See why I'm always doing this? I'm just looking at, sometimes I will just be in the market and I need to see something. How do I get it? I can quickly come here and filter it out. So I added top gainers and top losers. So this is not like the whole top gainer. I can add the top gainer, but I don't want it to continue to show. So what I did was I only want to see, look at the formula, the percentage that is 5% above. So only 5% above. Any stock that gained 5% above for the week, I want to consider them. So what I will do now is I will now go and check them one by one. Okay, you gained 5% this week. Are you can I enter? Where can I enter? Because any stock that is gaining is actually showing you that people are interested in that stock. That's what I look at for. Then I want to also see the ones that lost. What made them lose? Then so on so on. So Zichis last week, I think, have they removed their suspension? Because now they've what is it called? They've repriced it. They removed 50% from that stock price because it was being manipulated. SEC has been on them for some time now, trying to investigate that. How come the stock will just rise from, how much did it even started from and started going up, going up? It's like, come here, what is happening here? And it was a lot of manipulation. So they have had to now bring the price half. So this half now, some people will go and buy it at the top. Now they are at the bottom. But I don't know whether they've resumed trading on the stock. If anyone have that information, maybe you can share anyway, so that we can all learn. Okay, so here is my. I want to see the sector that is leading. This is the total value that was traded last week. So these are the sectors. Which one is the strongest? Basic material. Then we have utility as the weakest for last week. So I added this one also. Okay, sector analysis. I just want to see, okay, in this sector, which stock has the highest value, which stock has the this, and that. So from here now, you can see that Dangote Cement traded 59 billion last week alone. So it's the one that is leading in value and also leading in volume. So I've already ranked it 1-1. See, number one, number one. So followed by Boa Cement leading in value and volume and value. So that is that. So we come here again, see the consumer cyclical or something. Okay. Yes. So these are the stock. Which one is leading in that space? Then we look at it. And why is this one showing me 0, 0? I'll correct that. I don't want to stay 0, 0. Okay. So which one is leading? I think this is 46 million. Yes, this is value rank, but it's not volume rank because the share price of this is higher. So you should know how this thing works. Is ranking on value, no volume, but in value is very low. And value is actually what big players are interested in. They are not interested in stock that retail trader can manipulate or cause the price to move. So they are interested in stock that high cap. They will actually need a big fund to cause the price to fluctuate. So that is why this that column is important. So here in the consumer cyclical, the same thing. Let me not waste make this class too long. So for energy also the same thing. Value rank, then volume rank. So in volume is number 2. In so number 1 in volume. So last week Arade has a lot of volume. So you can interpret what it means to have a lot of volume. Here also, this is banking sector. If I want to see the stock that has number 1, this is number 1 in what? Volume. Yes, volume. So FCMB led the volume, but the value is not too much. Then C. So that's how you just look at it. Which other one? Healthcare and so on. So down here, where is it? Okay, I think I've passed. Okay, industrial, real estate. So real estate, which sector is leading? UPDC REITs led volume. So, but the value uh, also led the value. So if you want to trade now, you'll be looking at where there is interest. All right, Mr. Adetayo, I can see your hand. Go ahead, please. Ah, your volume is low. Can everyone hear him? Are you speaking? Ah, your volume is very low.
Thank
Just
you
go
for the
ahead.
presentation, sir.
It's better. Better.
Okay, so it's always very insightful.
Thank you, sir.
But yes, sir. So, sir, now if you look at the a stock like Presco, I just want to
Okay, on the
just
chat.
use Presco. Yes, on the chart. Now, Presco in the last from the 11th of this month has lost about 30%.
Okay, okay.
Yes, so now the question I'm asking is that from 11th it first lost 10%, then within the last this week I think it lost another 10%. I think it was after 2 days or so it lost 10, making 30. Now
Yes.
from the technical analysis now, because I'm looking at if it was an issue of profit taking. Now, the last time that Presco had this appreciation, it had done the appreciation had done it. I think it went to about $2,200 or 2,300. I can't remember what the final.
Okay.
Yes. So now the question is that because the challenge I have is now if I believe that it was mainly profit taking, I'm
Okay.
just looking at the time at which the share had gone high.
Okay.
And why is it that within 1 week,
Mm.
from 11th to let's say about 18th, it lost about 30%? Why is it that the profit takers they waited till about from 11th of March? If this stock had already done about 30% long before the 11th of March, why just within a week plus this stock is using lost 30%? So I just wanted to just if on the chart, if it can be able to give us a better understanding, because I don't seem to see it more of
Profit taking.
profit taking more. Yes, I may be wrong, but I'm
Yeah, I
only
get
just
you.
trying to. Yeah, so therefore that's my question, sir.
So the thing is this: when you are trading, fundamentals will tell you why. So the way it is this: as this thing is falling now, you can go and check. Okay, what's even responsible? It might be profit taking. Is there any news or that caused this? Have you found out?
Yeah.
Okay.
Yes. There's a news sometimes within last week. Even it was the Presco and Okomu were complaining that some some people were trying to like some form of importation of
Oh, okay.
adulterated palm oil that is actually spoiling their business. Because
Oh,
after seeing that, I had to go and check that. Why is it so? Why has it lost 30% within a very
but
short
how
time?
many?
Because
This news now. How
yes, sir.
many complaint was affected with this news? It looks like it's
Actually,
general. Mm-hmm.
it was actually both Presco
Okomu
and
and Fresco Wabi.
Okomu that complained. But actually,
So
it
why
did
is
not
it
affect
that
Okomu. Why did
that's
Presco?
why I want you to pay attention.
Do you
See,
understand?
yeah.
So I also looked at that. Now, why is it Presco? Why not
Why
Okomu?
not Okomu
And
Abi?
also,
Okay.
yes, and also sometimes last week, there was also a news about Abia State government signing an agreement with Presco to develop oil palm to the tune of about $200 million.
Okay, so why is
So
it
now,
is now affecting that one? Is it not affect this? I'm asking you
yes,
too.
yes. So why you ask?
No, see, it's like you don't know what we are doing here. This is technical analysis. Let the news be saying anything. Just
Okay.
have your own strategy. I always say it. Have your own strategy. The news will see. It is not the news that is causing whether up or down. That's why I asked you that how many companies were affected by this news. You mentioned two. We look at the two
Yes.
charts. It affected one. It did not affect one.
Yes.
It will tell
Oh,
you
yes.
that what is moving the market is not the news. It's the way people interpret that news. Maybe
Yes, I
they
agree with you,
believe
actually, sir.
Okomu is stronger or this thing. That's why they are
No,
they did not
not,
sell this.
not,
I'm just saying no.
no.
Okay,
No, sorry, sir. Sorry, sir. Let me just now.
okay,
If you have been checking Presco and Opomu, the
okay,
stock, each time that Presco drops,
okay,
Opomu too drops.
okay,
Each time, yes. If you have been following these two stocks, because
okay,
I check them now. Each time you see Presco drops, if it drops 2-3%,
okay,
just after some few days or weeks, you'll find Opomu doing the same thing.
okay,
And again, each time that Presco also appreciates, after some few days too, or about 1 week or two, that Opomu will do the same thing.
okay.
Yes, if you just take time, sir, and observe. I've taken some little time to look at
All
those
right,
two stocks. The
no
way they
problem.
move, yes.
Okay,
They kind of they follow each other.
okay. Mm-hmm.
Although I don't have Presco, but I have Okomu.
Okay. So you are not
I don't
afraid
have.
whether this one too will pull back or
Well, not really per se. Was it last week? Sorry, this week. Wednesday. I was even trying to take a position
okay.
in Presco that okay, it has done 30%, but yet
You
I'm
don't
also
have confidence.
yes, because we can take up for the drop further.
Okay. So, but the news that this government they are pumping this thing, this time, this one.
two
If
hundred
you have
million
to
dollars.
interpret that news, what do you
Yes,
think
sir.
should happen to price?
Okay, sir. Now from that news about Abia state government
Yes.
trying to go into palm oil. Now, if you look at some stock, I know that sometimes immediately there is a news like this,
Mm.
the price sometimes it begins to shoot up.
So
There are some
why is
stock
this
that
one not shooting up? I'm asking
but
you too.
yes, then again, that's sometimes there are some stock. Hello, sir. There are
I'm with
sometimes
you.
that there are some stock,
Mm.
some news that you expect them to move up. That stock may not move up immediately as you expected.
Mm.
I've noticed, yes, there's some stock like that. There are some good news you expect them, uh, or some you see some stock, some companies they will declare very good results,
Mm-hmm.
and you expect in the next 1 or 2 or 3 days, you expect that stock to appreciate. But
Yeah.
yet, that stock may just be like that 1-2 weeks, and yet it will not move.
Mm.
It may just be after 1 month. Yes,
It will
there are
now
some
move.
stock like that. Yes,
See, it's like you don't know the game we are playing. You want to
okay.
ṣebí Yorùbá ní ẹ fẹ́ béṣù jẹun
I know.
ṣíbí yín ò fẹ́ gùn ṣebí Yorùbá ní. See, you
Yes,
don't
I
know the
agree with
game
you.
of these people. You don't know. I
Okay.
just look at people. They want to turn you to pawn. See,
Okay.
okay, why do you think that they do right issue at higher price? Have it ever occurred to you that they are doing right issue? Is it not supposed to be lower than the market price, but they do it at higher price?
Yes, this I don't know what is this this UBA and Oando.
Hmm.
But actually, there are some companies that the right issue are
Lower.
actually quite lower. Yes, there are some
So I
companies. So
just ask
actually,
you the reverse.
mm,
Actually, it's supposed to
so
be lower because you expect that
yes,
okay, they want investors. But when it's higher, they are interested in
mm,
their own pocket. They are actually fighting for the
okay,
place on the board. They want to displace some
Mm.
people that doesn't have the capacity. So they will now give out a right issue that is higher. So when they acquire it, they have more percentage of the company. They will now displace some people from the board and come and do their. You don't know the game that is going on. Don't let me just expose that secret. So back to your question. So the
Okay,
news
sir.
is supposed to push it up, but price is coming
Yes,
down. So you should not
I'm
know
telling you.
that they are bringing the price down so that they can mop it out, up at a lower price and it will go back up. It has not occurred to
Mm.
you. Don't worry.
Wow.
Thank you. Good night, everyone. It's good to have you. Have a lovely weekend. I just give you that tip. Go and it's better you sit down with this, understand the chart, know the volume,
Mm.
know the value, know what is, be able to interpret those numbers and
Mm.
know the market yourself and forget all this
Mm.
news and they are building refinery. So when they are building refinery, is it when they thought of it that they come and tell
Mm.
you in the public? You
No,
don't know.
no,
So they know they
no,
want to
not at all.
build the factory. They have already
Mm.
positioned. They will now tell you
Mm.
that they are building it. You will rush and go and buy. They sell it to you, they bring the price down. You will sell it because you are losing, they buy it back. The price will now go up. You now regret. Continue.
Mm.
Good night, everyone.
Thank
You
you.
don't know the game we are playing. You think that they like you so much, Abby. They like you so much. Continue. God
Okay.
will help us. Thank you, everyone. Good
Amen.
night.
Thank you, sir. Yes.